JD here, coming back at you. I don't know what just happened, but it happened. Today, JD's talking about being a good listener. Yo, JD here, coming back at you. I don't know what just happened, but it happened. Today, I want to talk about being a good listener. All right? It's very important. All right? Anybody who's always talking about themselves or just saying, I this and I that, they're not really interested in anything about you. All right? So being a good listener is very important. And I want to tell you a true story that happened. Feels like I internalized something that someone told me, and like a vessel, it materialized into something good for that person, all right? So being a good listener is important, all right? Not the me this and I that, all right? But anyway, true story. I had a friend, and he was real sad one day. And I asked him, what's going on? He says his father died, and he can't bury him. He can't go see, he can't go see his dad, before he can't bury him. It's in another country, all right? And I was like, wow. I mean, how much does it cost to go there, to fly there? And I was like, well, it was like $1,000 or something. He couldn't do it, So it was pretty sad. So, I listened. He told me what a good dad he was, how him and his father was, really close, So, I felt for him. I couldn't do much of anything about it, but, I felt for him. So the same day, all right, when I was young, like 18, I used to gamble a little bit, racetrack here, there, nothing major. But I went to the racetrack that day. Only thing on my mind was this poor guy not being able to bury his dad. Couldn't see his father for the last time. All right. So I don't know. I still remember the numbers too. I kind of boxed these four numbers. I'm not no horse handicapper. I know who's gonna win. I just picked these four numbers. It was for like the last race or whatever it was. And I went home. I didn't even watch the race. This particular race was the last one of the night. I went home, checked the newspaper, came out. It came out, paid about almost $3,000. You know what I did, right? I seen my friend, and I told him, come with me. We're gonna go somewhere in my car. Drove down to the racetrack the next day. I gave him that ticket. I said, go up to that window and hand that person that ticket. Boom. It's like $2,800. He handed it to him. You know what I told him? I said, go bury your dad. I said, go see your dad. True story. I probably needed the money for something. Can always use money, right? But he went to bury his dad. All right. I don't know. It felt like it happened for a reason, he worked. He tried. He was paying me back little at a time. Didn't really, $20 a week here, but whatever. The most important thing was he got to see his dad. So anyway, we were talking about being a good listener. So like I'm saying, that particular time, it wasn't the only time neither. I don't know what happened. I had a friend who was like asking me if I can help him out. He's behind on his rent. And I couldn't. I says, actually, I don't have anything, He only needed a couple $100. I think he needed like $300. I couldn't help him out. I didn't have anything for him, but I listened to him and I heard him out. And guess what? I don't know. Again, I used to play golf. I was coming from this golf course, and it was at least an hour and a half drive away. And I was stuck in traffic. I was stuck in traffic for about an hour behind this big tractor trailer. But painted on the back of the tractor trailer, on the back door with like red paint, was like these 4 numbers. I don't know. 4516. I'm staring at this number for an hour. You know me, you know what I did, right? I went to the little delicatessen and I says, give me that number, 4516. Give me that number straight in box 5 times. Came out. It's like almost $13,000 with the box. It came out. And guess who helped the guy out with the rent? I did. So, I don't know. Strange things happen. But does it have to do with listening? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it is just me. So I don't know what just happened, but it happened. All right. I don't know. Maybe the energy and the power of Earth sometimes, it just goes the right direction. But for those 2 people that I was talking about, God bless them. They got what they needed, and I helped them out. All right. So anyway, until next time, coming back at you. All right. See ya. If you like these videos, keep me motivated. Buy me a coffee, and I'll be coming back at you.